Great. I'm back. Hi, guys. I was just having fun there and I realized, nope, gotta turn on the microphone. I was commenting on how this is going to be the last show of the year. The after Christmas sales show. I think as I look back, I realized that yeah, this is not the first time I've done shows where after Christmas, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to focus and think about what it is that needs to be discussed. I get a little cynical, maybe. Uh, why not? But bear with me. There are messages that I want to give you guys, and it is kind of pertinent to this time. But let me just say that to to do this work requires a lot of balance, and the human psyche. Normal people don't have to deal with this sort of things, the information that we're dealing with, and every once in a while we get reminders. We get a reminder such as provided to us on Christmas by one of our members who also is a victim. And of course, it was heinous, and it reminded us that, Grace, stop that. Come on. That we are, well, reminded us that the Satanists and the elite that carry out these heinous deeds, Christmas is just another holiday for them to sacrifice, a time for them to commit atrocities. I think that it's not easy to be part of this mission for a lot of people, especially harder than others, because when they seriously consider and accept to be true the information and the testimony that we provide, a normal person would be shocked. A normal person is going to go crazy just thinking about it. And two things. One, it's hard to accept that there are people out there who are not normal people who would do these things. And it's also normal, I guess, for people to not accept it, to listen to it, to file it away, just assume that it's not possible because normal people would not do this. And they're not affected. They're not affected by the information, or they're only affected partially. Some of us, of course, are aware of the full depth of the evil, and at the same time have become somewhat numb from working on this endlessly, from being continuously focused on solving this one issue 24/7. Now, myself, there is no alternative. This is something that just has to be done. And to do this, I have to bring more people into the circle, into the understanding of this information. And again, when I do that, I bring in people who are potentially going to accept this 100%, and those that are only going to accept it partially. And some of those people are going to be more sensitive than others, and they're going to be hurt by this information and be hurt by the knowledge that not everybody cares and that time is against us when it comes to stopping it. When I say that, it does take time. I've been doing this for a long time, and of course, my anger and my hostility to people that are resentful to this information has gotten somewhat numb. But at the same time, I can completely understand how some people can become very upset and lose faith in fellow humans, lose faith in the world, and absolutely fall into the abyss because of this knowledge. That's unfortunate. So, me personally, I feel like I have a great responsibility, many responsibilities. One is to, of course, never let up on my energy and my momentum with the mission. And the other is to also continuously provide a brave face, positive outlook, and the necessary demeanor in order to continuously motivate, inspire, and instruct those of you that are, well, that have become part of this mission, that have devoted your lives to some degree or another. But your motivation and your ability to, let's just say, process the information without allowing it to destroy you or destroy your relationship with other people, that's a skill that has to be developed. I think that one of the messages that I really wanted to convey, especially because of the holidays, I know that this is a rough time for me, obviously, because I am separated from my family and I have no ability to correspond with them or communicate. And of course, I put myself out there for you, and I think of all of you as my family. And some of you embrace that stronger than others. And for those of you that have, I am completely willing and happy to serve in this, well, to serve in this position for you. It's good for me. I enjoy it. I want it. But having said that, I just want to remind you, those of you that do look up to me, that do take inspiration from me, and allow me to serve as a father figure for you, you need to understand that that is unconditional, first of all. And you need to also understand that if you are not getting feedback from me, proper feedback, sufficient feedback, above and beyond my talking to you right now on the show, because obviously, yes, I am talking to you right now on the show, and I guess you're only getting that once a week. But if for some reason it doesn't happen, you need to know that I am aware that you're not getting that. And I haven't forgotten you, and I am concerned. So those of you that I communicate with that need that extra help, be advised that if I haven't heard from you, yes, I am concerned still. Okay? Now, let me just say this. There's lots of things that people would like to hear, and to be honest with you, again, like I said, I don't really have anything prepared, but last night was very interesting. I don't want to lead into the circumstances. Obviously, it was Christmas, but during the night, while I was asleep, pardon me, I had a dramatic experience. And during this experience, I felt like I had been allowed to see everything all at once. Everything. Everything was clear all at once. It was crazy. But at the same time, before this was over, it would all be wiped, taken away. So I'm not exactly sure uh, what to say, but I would just suggest that if you feel like something significant happened, I think something significant happened. But in the grand picture of things, does that mean it's almost over? I think we're getting close. A lot of you would like reminders of what to do as a Jedi, or what to do as far as your position and your place and your work in the mission. I would remind you that as you develop your psychic skills, as you develop your spiritual gifts, and we're not going to talk about how you do that, but that should be your main endeavor through service to others or otherwise, but to seek out those spiritual gifts. You should know that the greatest power or the greatest tool that you will receive as you develop your spiritual gifts is your ability to communicate with others convincingly. This may seem like something that most people struggle with, and I agree. No matter what your communication skills are, and I know sometimes no matter how good your communication skills are, they're still not going to hear you. They're not going to listen. At least that's what Rambo tells me. But at least with the development of your spiritual gifts, your psychic skills, what you will get through your communication is you will get the ability to communicate with sincerity and honesty, and you'll be able to influence people more so. So, the greatest gift you have as a advanced human or as a person who has gone on the path is that your voice will be heard. Your message will resonate with the people you're speaking to. I'd like to think that's always true, and maybe sometimes I get spoiled. I don't understand when somebody doesn't want to listen to me or take my advice. I guess that's what that is, but bottom line, pardon me. If you're looking for the magic, abracadabra, it's in the words. It's in your voice. It's in the power of your words and the power of your voice. And if you're trying to manipulate reality and use your magic to conjure up material goods, the first place you're going to notice that the power works is in your influence on other people. That's where you alter reality. So when we alter the reality that we need to alter for the Getty, the Occupy the Getty mission, once again, we can all manifest this event. And certainly that's what I'm doing 24/7, manifesting that this is a successful mission, that all of you join me and help me do this, and that it becomes reality. You have to do the same thing. So there you go. There's your reminder. You have to help me manifest this, and you have to use your communication skills and your charisma and your ability to convince. Now, perhaps you may be unsure of your voice. You may think that no one's going to listen to you. Why would they listen to you? Ultimately, I think that the energy that you put out, the confidence that you put out, is really everything. This is kind of coincides with the concept of manifesting. when you're manifesting and causing reality to be a certain way and to be, well, in the shape of that you are designing in your imagination, your head, your intention, the same confidence in your will and in your power to know that something is real and destined is the confidence that you need to convey. There can be no doubt, and you have to know. In your reality, there is no other reality. There's no other fact. Our mission wins, our mission succeeds. We do this. We end this problem on Earth. We know it happens. I suppose you could say that with any sort of manifesting situation, you have to be extremely detailed. Well, that's fine. I don't think that should be too hard. You're basically imagining paradise. That's your intention. So that's really what we do. So I guess there's the three things that a Jedi needs to do. First of all, become a Jedi so that you can slay the demons. And in your waking life, you need to be a teacher, a salesperson, a motivator, and you have to use your skills to increase your power to do that. And you also have to be a manifester. You have to focus on this image, this world that we're building, as close to my vision, of course, as possible. And you have to get others to join you. So, again, 100 Monkeys effect through the power of so many of us manifesting something, the same thing, we do it. And we know that the enemy has always used communication devices such as holy books to tell us what we should be manifesting. I hope that you will help me do this again sooner than later. I know that to get back to the thought I had at the beginning, yes, we are a family, and the connections and the emotions and the commitment that we establish with each other, I think, is a great lesson in how we will be building our society, not in some sort of socialist utopia, but an actual family, like the time of Adam, once again. So ultimately, again, that requires us learning to treat our enemies as family, ultimately, once they come on board, of course. That's what Jesus would do. People wanted to hear a little bit about Jesus. I'm just going to remind you that Jesus and Christ are two different entities. You will see Christ again, but it won't be Jesus. It will be Christ. I know that's controversial, but that's how this works. And if we do everything like I think we're going to do, we will be seeing Christ and not a Antichrist. The enemy is trying to manifest an Antichrist. We need to stop that. We need to manifest Christ. Very important. But when Christ does come back, if he's not here already, I believe that it will be to start everything over, to reboot the system. And this will be taken as destructive, but it's going to be necessary. That's really all I want to leave you with for my post-Christmas message for the end of the year. I don't want to talk about what's going on in the world in any kind of depth because I don't think that Trump is going to make anything better. Well, I mean, obviously, he's got a lot of things to fix, and he can certainly help some of the obvious problems that are going on. I kind of look forward to that. But at the same time, I know that ultimately he works for the enemy. He is part of the system that gave us the protocols, and just like it says in the protocols, they will get things under control when it serves them. And they will throw people under the bus when it serves them. Very disappointed still about what's going on in Syria. Makes me sick, and I can't really talk about it. People think that I'm anti-Jewish. Can't even get into that because of the ongoing atrocities that nobody seems to deal with, the double standard. Someone told me that they got an email or a message from somebody in Gaza. I'm like, really? Do you think they have internet in Gaza? No, there's no internet in Gaza anymore. Anyway,